Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Daily Sun's Evening News Bulletin. This is 𝗞𝗲𝘆𝘄cie𝗿𝗱𝘀 bringing you today's top stories. Let's begin with the headlines. 19 police officials transferred and appointed to new posts. State Minister 𝗞𝗲𝘆𝘄cie𝗿𝗱𝘀 expects improvement in power supply from Wednesday evening. Job seekers protest reports of handing private school teacher recruitment back to governing bodies. Iran demands end to U.S. war and blockade before reopening Strait of Hormuz. And Chelsea signed 𝗞𝗲𝘆𝘄cie𝗿𝗱𝘀 as Crystal Palace resign 𝗲𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 and Manchester City land 𝗲𝗏𝘀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 The government has made a major reshuffle in the Bangladesh police, transferring and reassigning 19 BCS police cadre officials to the post of Range DIG Police Commissioner, SP and Deputy Commissioner. New DIGs have been appointed to the Rampur and Barishal ranges, while several SPs have been transferred to districts including Ghazipur, Kushtia and Khulna. 4 officials have also been appointed as DMP Deputy Commissioners. The Home Ministry said the changes were made in the public interest and to bring greater dynamism to police administration. State Minister for Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Anindya Islam Amit has expressed hope that the country's power situation may improve from Wednesday evening. He also apologized for the ongoing public suffering. He said rough weather in the Bay of Bengal has disrupted gas supply from one floating LNG terminal, while another is yet to resume full operations after an accident. The gas shortage has affected power generation, with nationwide load shedding recently exceeding 3,000 megawatts. The government is working on alternative measures to increase gas and power supply, though no specific timeline has been given for a full recovery. Job seekers have protested at several university campuses over reports that teacher recruitment in private educational institutions could once again be handed to managing committees and governing bodies. They fear the move would create opportunities for corruption and undermine merit-based recruitment. Experts and observers have backed the existing NTRCA-based recruitment system, calling for further improvements to make it more effective and transparent. Education Minister A.N.M. Ehsan Haq Milan, however, said no decision has been taken to recruit teachers through governing bodies and accused some quarters of spreading misinformation. US President Donald Trump has said the situation with Iran is going fine and that US forces are in total control of the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, US forces disabled a Panama-flagged cargo ship heading towards an Iranian port after it ignored warnings. Iran has demanded an end to the US war and blockade, the release of its frozen assets and a regional ceasefire before reopening the strait. Iran's Supreme National Security Council Secretary Mohsen Rezai said Hormuz would remain closed until the conditions are met. Pakistan's Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has meanwhile visited Tehran as part of mediation efforts. Chelsea have signed 28-year-old Spanish left-back Pep Chavarria from Rayo Vallecano on a 5-year deal, reportedly for an initial £16.3 million. Crystal Palace have also re-signed Ivan Gasson from Aston Villa on a season-long loan with an option to buy. Manchester City have completed the signing of Argentine goalkeeper Jeronimo Rulli from Marseille on a deal until 2028. Meanwhile, Arsenal midfielder Melis Lewis Skelly has reportedly been offered to Chelsea and Manchester United, although Arsenal and the player have denied involvement in the move. That's all for today's evening news bulletin. Stay tuned for more updates, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. Thank you for watching. Good night.